Hello! Today I'm going to teach you about calendar items. There are 3 common types, and we are going to review them quickly. The 3 types of calendar items are personal items, meeting requests, and blocks of time. So personal items would be something such as you have a dentist appointment, or you have to get your car fixed. They're really not anything that a customer or a business colleague is invited to. It's just things that happen in your life. It might be your child's soccer game. Okay, and then there are meeting requests, number 2. This is your professional area. This is where you are meeting someone for lunch at work, or you are going to meet a lead that might be a potential client, or you have an existing client and you're setting up meetings with them. These are meeting requests. Maybe it's someone on your team that you have to meet up with on Skype. So number 2 is your professional area. And number 3, blocks of time, that's when you're blocking off your calendar so that nobody can book time with you if you're using a scheduler, such as Schedule Once, Acuity, those types of things. So let's look at my own calendar and try the 3 different types of calendar items. As you'll see here, I have some personal items scheduled for the gym with girlfriends. Well, let's create another one. Gym time with Sheila. And I'm going to put that at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And maybe I'm going to have that repeat daily on weekdays. Every weekday, Monday through Friday. Okay? Now the location in this personal item would be a physical location. And as you can see, if you start typing something into a Google Calendar, it pulls up actual locations, which is really helpful because if you have your calendar synced to your cell phone, when you jump in the car, you can just click the location and Google Maps opens. So let's just pick one of these. This is just a hypothetical item. And the important part is to always add your guests to the calendar item so that the other people get notified and it's on their calendar. So I'm not going to schedule this one, but you get the idea on that. The next item would be a professional item, a meeting request. Now this is the most important. How do you know who initiates it on their calendar? Well, that's a good question. Basically, most of the time, the person who is either a higher authority, let's say your boss, or the person who stands to receive the money. So, if you're a solopreneur and you have a client or a lead, you stand to receive the money from that client, and therefore it should be on your responsibility to create the meeting request and to invite the client by email. So, for example, branding meeting. If there were multiple people involved, you could put their names, IGF team, etc. Okay? The location is also very important. Sometimes it's going to be a conference line, and it is your duty to supply the conference line if you are initiating the calendar item and the meeting request. Sometimes it's Skype. Sometimes it's Zoom. So if it's Skype, you put your own Skype name, and everyone that receives this on their calendar will go to the location and see where the meeting is going to be held. So you would add your parties that are involved, and you would schedule the time and the date, and make sure that everything looks right. Typically, meetings are going to be about 30 minutes, If it's longer, you're going to change it to 11 or 11:30, whatever the meeting requires. And make sure that the notification is set to 15 minutes so everybody that's on the list gets a notification from their calendar 15 minutes before so they do not forget. Okay? I'm not going to hit save because then this person would get notified, and this is just an example. The other type of meeting or of calendar item is a block of time. So if you have a scheduler set up and you know on this day that you are going to be getting your brakes done all day on your car, you could block it off so that your schedule once or your Acuity doesn't allow anyone to schedule time with you. So that's a block of time where you block it off on your calendar so that your scheduler that's connected to it can't put anyone else on top of that. Nobody can book time during that block. So those are the three types of most commonly used calendar items: the personal item, the meeting request, which is used in professional situations, and the block of time. Now what happens if you have a scheduler and the scheduler has put something on your calendar? Well, what you do is, again, if you're a solopreneur and you're handling clients, it is important that you go back to any item that is on the scheduler and edit it, okay, that is on the calendar. So, for example, let's say that my scheduler put this on the calendar. Let's see, let's do this one. If my scheduler put this item on the calendar, okay, automatically, the software was talking to the software, then I would have to manually go back in, edit the item, and add more parties, add more people by email so that it shows up on their calendar, okay? That is my responsibility. If I am the solopreneur and these are my clients, then I have to go back and add to the Google Calendar meeting request and make sure that everything is filled out properly, because every time you add an email address, it's going to send them an email saying, so-and-so is requesting a meeting with you. Do you accept? Yes, no, or maybe. And if you click yes, then it shows up on your calendar. And that's very helpful for the other parties involved. So I hope that helps explain meeting requests. Good luck.